Hey guys, so this is the controversial parenting tag. I've seen a lot of other teen moms doing this, and I figured, why not? First question is pro-life or pro-choice? This one's difficult to say what I would choose. I am pro-life for me, but for other people, I don't look down on them if they've had an abortion. I would never do it to myself, ever. My view on it is that if I was mature enough, or if I was dumb enough to get pregnant, I should take care of the baby. I should have enough responsibility to take care of a baby, which I have. And if you didn't have the means to take care of a child, there is adoption. If the mother's life is at risk, like she will die, it's imminent that she will die if she is pregnant, then abortion, yeah, I can totally see that. But if it's just because, you know, I got pregnant, I'm young, I don't want a baby, like, there's always adoption. I mean, you made the choice to have unprotected sex, or you made the choice to have sex in the first place, so accept your responsibilities and either put the child up for adoption or take care of it. That's my view. Second question is baby wearing. I think baby wearing is when you have those little, like, strap-on things where you wear the baby. I guess I've never heard of it called baby wearing, but I have one of those, and I haven't personally used it, but my sister has, and my mom has. We have one upstairs. I just have never needed it. Third question, circumcision. You guys all know, if you've been watching my videos, that I did not circumcise Caden. I don't agree with it. I think it is not medically necessary. Actually, it's been proven it's not medically necessary. So I didn't see the point in putting him through that pain, just, you know, for the off chance that it might save him from an infection. The fact is that they're prone to get an infection even with a circumcision just because it's an open wound. So that's my view on it. Adoption. I was adopted, so my view is a little different than the other teen moms that I've heard on here, and that's because with me being adopted, I wasn't very satisfied with the fact that I was put up for adoption. I wanted to know my parents, and I wanted to know where I came from. So it's been kind of hard for me my whole life, like wondering, like, did I do something wrong? But as a mother, I can understand, as a young mother, I can understand why someone would be like, you know, I can't handle this child, I can't handle a child at this point in my life, and I need to put this child up for adoption. I can understand that. So I wouldn't do it just because of my experience with it, but for other people, I say go for it, because there are plenty of parents out there that are great parents, they just can't have kids. And so if you can't handle a child, then definitely that would be your best bet. Baby piercing. I have a boy, so I know I don't plan on piercing his ears, or anything else for that matter. But if I had a girl, I probably would not pierce her ears. I did want to if I was going to have a girl, but I changed my mind now because I've looked into it more. And I've heard a lot of people with stories that they had their ears pierced as babies and they were uneven. Their ears grew and the piercings were uneven when they were older. So I would just say if she wants it done, then get it done when it's not going to change. Breast milk or formula? I don't think that's really a controversial topic. Everybody knows that breast milk is better. I mean, it's natural. It's made for that baby, so obviously it's better. But it's not the easiest route. And with a baby as a teenager, we tend to go for the easiest route. And I'm just going to be brutally honest with that. It's just our nature, because as teenagers we are kind of lazy. So I tried to breastfeed, but it didn't work, and I had so many problems along with my postpartum hemorrhaging and all that stuff that you guys know happened. So I couldn't exactly focus on that along with everything else. So I do feed him formula now, and it is expensive. And when I have another child, I do plan on breastfeeding, because that would make things so much easier, but I just couldn't this time around. Spanking. I don't agree with spanking at all. It's not something that I would ever do to my child, just because my views are so strong on this. Bryce wanted to spank Caden when he was older, before we talked about it and stuff, and both of us were spanked as children. And obviously we turned out okay, I guess, but I still, I just felt like that was just wrong. I still feel to this day that that was wrong. That wasn't something that needed to be done. Just because some of the things I got spanked for weren't really big enough things to be hit for. And you can call it tapping or whatever you want to call it, but it is physically hitting someone to inflict pain. And that's not how I want my child to learn. I want them to learn without having to inflict pain on them. So my view is, do something that's not teaching them the wrong thing. Because if they hit you and you're like, okay, you're not allowed to do that, you're gonna get a spanking, that's hypocritical. So no, I'm not. It's not something, no, just no, not for me. Co-sleeping. I do co-sleep. I have since he was 2 weeks old, and we've had no problems. He is very good with his head, so he's not gonna suffocate or anything. I watch him, but I've been trying to switch him over to his crib, and that seems to work okay, except in the middle of the night when I'm super tired and I don't have the time to sit there and pat his back for half an hour just to get him to go back to sleep. So right now I'm just co-sleeping, and occasionally the crib or the rocker. Home versus public versus private versus charter school. This one. Bryce and I have decided that we want to send him to public school. Our reason being, I have been to public schools and I've known people who were homeschooled, and Bryce is in private school, and I don't know what a charter school is, but I think, just a guess, that it's an online school. And I was on an online school, so online school is what I dropped out of. So that's a definite no. It takes a lot of motivation that most kids don't have. Homeschooling, people are so overprotected, and when they actually get out into the real world, it screws them up. My friend had that happen, and she was just a mess. She went and did crazy things because she finally had freedom. A private school. Bryce went to a private school, and it's a lot worse. The girls there, the people there, are just really slutty, because that's, wrong. And kids just love doing the wrong thing for some reason. And so private schools, honestly, they have way worse stuff than public, to be honest. So, I went to public schools. I went to a small public school, and I went to a big public school. And the small one, I didn't like that much, because Everybody knew everybody's business, and bullying was really bad. Public school, not very many people knew your business, like 3 or 4, and they didn't really care that much. And bullying, no, I didn't get bullied at all that I know of. Like, everybody's more accepting in bigger public schools because there's like everything there. Vaccines. I'm getting his vaccines. I don't have a problem with vaccines. I haven't really looked into it, but my dad is a doctor, and I talked to him about it, and he said that the whole thing about vaccines being bad and stuff all started a long time ago when some person falsified reports of some medication killing people or causing something, cancer or something like that. But they were false reports, and that person was put in jail and their medical license was taken away. But anyway, they still haven't gone away. The rumor still spread, and now it's come to this. So, medicated children. I medicate my child. Not like I'm not crazy about it, but he's teething right now, and I do from time to time give him Tylenol when nothing else works and he is crying his head off. Cloth versus disposable diapers. Disposable, I don't have the time to do cloth, sorry guys. Cry it out method, I haven't done it yet. I've let him cry for like 5 minutes and then I'm like, no, I can't do it, I'm sorry. But anyway, that's my views on things, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. Bye.